2022 is almost to an end, so let's take a look at some upcoming VR games that are pretty unknown and in my opinion deserve much more attention. First on the list is modern naval warfare. If you have seen my videos, you know that my opinion about VR is that it comes best to life in simulation games. Now I can tell you, modern naval warfare is such game. This is the next generation naval combat simulator which will immerse you in a dark, claustrophobic submarine. I loved Iron Wolf VR, but as the game feels a bit arcadey, I can't wait to try out a full-fledged submarine simulator in VR. This simulator will offer multiplayer co-op, which includes multi-stations, so you can sit at different stations within the submarine, have different roles, and I think you can play with VR and non-VR players at the same time. The game looks epic with real-world civilian marine traffic, real-life weather and exact day-night cycles. It reminds me a little bit of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now if you are into simulation games, you like games with a steep learning curve and you want to immerse yourself into the deep ocean, then I highly suggest wishlisting Modern Naval Warfare on Steam. Now let's go from the deep dark oceans to the blue skies. Imagine yourself flying a B-17 bomber. You are the pilot and the airplane starts to shake. Your co-pilot screams like crazy, you notice heavy flak, the engine starts to get on fire and you and 8 other team members have to manage to keep this flying fortress up in the air. This is the Mighty 8th VR and I really can't wait for this one to come out. I love flight simulations in VR, and in the Mighty 8 VR, it puts you in the shoes of a B-17 Flying Fortress crew member at the height of the strategic bombing campaign over Europe. You will be able to do this with 9 other friends or AI crew as you work together to survive and complete your missions. Now this is going to be, and I really hope it is, a fantastic experience where you can relive and experience a different time where young men grew old faster than they should and saw things no one should see. This one has no release date as of yet, but don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up to date with the latest PCVR updates. Now we all know Rainbow Six Siege, Insurgency Sandstorm and Ready or Not, and very soon inspired by those games, we have Geronimo. This is a highly realistic tactical CQB shooter made for VR. Not only will this be a solo game, you will be able to play this with your friends and carry out special operations in procedural environments as well as custom missions inspired by real-life events. I really hope this has the same weapon handling as Onward, as I think that is still the best, but getting a little bit more immersive when it comes to sneaking and tactical gameplay. We still need that Ready or Not game for VR, and I truly hope Geronimo will make that dream become a reality. Now I know many of us have played Escape from Tarkov, and so did I. The problem is that if you have played VR in the past and you like a game that can only be played on flat screen, well, in my case, I only fantasize about how such game could be in VR. But it seems we are getting pretty close to getting an Escape from Tarkov with Ghosts of Tabor, which will go in early access in March 2023, so that's pretty close. In this one you can play missions either alone or team up with 3 others, and according to the Steam page, missions will be selected from within an HQ and upon readiness players will deploy. It's a bit like Escape from Tarkov here. The game tends to be pretty realistic as there are no such things as a minimap or a HUD and friendly fire is a danger. The game also seems to have a pretty innovative inventory management system as your teammate can open your backpack to get, for example, bandages out. The injured squad member can collect them from your backpack without needing you to remove your own backpack. Pretty cool, and I can't wait to see some actual gameplay of this as most trailers seem to be very cinematic. Now this will be the last time I will put this game on any list, as my hopes of this game being ever released are very low. This is Blunt Force. I have tried the demo a year ago or maybe 2 and it felt like this could be a really good game. Blunt Force is a thrilling VR World War II game that follows 2 parallel storylines before and during the war. Now, according to the Steam page, both storylines will converge into a thrilling conclusion, what will propel the player into the next episode. Now, what that next episode is, I have no clue. The demo was already rich of story and action, and it will be such a shame if this game is not going to be released. Also, graphically, it's looked pretty stunning. It's still on Steam, so let's hope for the best. Now let's take a look at something completely different, a game named The Last Worker. At times, I like a good narrative adventure, and if that is in VR, even better, as that will just immerse me more into that story. Well, The Last Worker is that first-person narrative adventure centered around our struggle in an increasingly automated world. The game has a cool art style which reminds me of Borderlands, and according to Steam has a uniquely immersive gameplay mechanic. Now, the devs say that this game will deliver an emotional, thought-provoking and comedic story packaged with rich characters.
I don't think it's sexy, I think it's lovely.
Well, that's it for today. I hope there are some games in this list that you haven't heard about but got you very hyped. There are some co-op games in this list, so feel free to join our Discord for finding great VR people to play with. I hope to see you all in the next video. Ciao ciao.